So now I will present X-TREME 6G. So X-TREME 6G is a microelectronics lighthouse project. So in this project, we will begin on the left from the fab and the transistors to the circuits, and then to the system in package, including the antenna on the left. And on the right, you can see experimental infrastructure and use cases demo. We will address different demos: NTN, joint communication sensing, RAN access, network as sensor, and the wireless backhaul. You can see the consortium on the left with the different companies and SMEs, and also universities. So how are we organized to deliver at the end the demonstrators and the platforms? We have the first on the left, the fabrication platforms. So fabrication platforms are mainly microelectronics. So with the SIGI process platforms, the INP process platform, and the 3D integration. After that, we develop hardware building blocks and software building blocks. And then we have the platform, open 6G platforms in RF with the RF test beds and the 6G network infrastructure platforms. And finally, we address 4 use cases: the wireless backhaul, the joint communication and sensing, the non-terrestrial networks, and the network as a sensor. If we look at the objectives, so the first objectives are mainly microelectronics objectives. The first one is to deliver in the same time SIGI 55 nanometer technology, BiCMOS technology, and a 0.5 micron INP HBT technology, to mix this technology with the 3D integration techniques for 6G technology. So the 3D integrates also the antennas. The work package which address this objective is mainly the work package 2 with ST35 Lab, UBACE, and IZDEM. The objective 2 is a mixed microelectronics and SNS objective. It is dedicated for the building blocks for the 6G experimental infrastructures. So we have at the same time the circuits in millimeter wave and sub-terahertz, and the digital, the software applications. You can see all the partners who are working on this one in microelectronics, and partners who are working on this one in software and digital part. So SNS is software digital, and the other one is microelectronics part is WP3. After these 2 objectives, which are the base of the platforms, we develop and integrate the multi-site test beds, preparing the use cases. So all the partners are in this objective because we have, first of all, to do the specifications in WP1, then to do the board for demonstration in WP5, and we have to do all the software needed for this test bed in WP4. The 4th objective is to validate and to demonstrate the use cases. So use cases integrates sub-terahertz wireless EXO link, millimeter wave and sub-terahertz joint communication and sensing, the network as a sensor, and millimeter wave non-terrestrial network. We will cover for the X-link the D band and the H band. For the joint communication and sensing, the 28 gigahertz and the D band. Network as sensor is working with present network and millimeter wave network connectivity. And the NTN will address the Ka band, but also the Q and V band. You can see that the WP5 is the main work package which is dedicated to this objective. As we are in SNS, we will also develop solutions for the emerging KPIs and KVIs. So all the platforms, testbed and platforms and use cases we will address will take into account KPIs and KVIs of the 6G. This is mainly in WP5 and WP6 for addressing these points. The last one is very important for us, is to do a bridge between SNS and chips GU, as microelectronics is mainly in chip GU and SNS is mainly in SNS GU. So we will do bridge. We have yet contacted projects which are in chip GUs to do common workshops and to exchange, to be sure that we can have a correlation in the developments between what we are doing in our project and what is done in chip GU projects. For instance, in chip GU, they have begun a project which is Move to Terahertz, which also use SIGI and INP, so we can have fruitful exchange with them on the part of MLH. The last one, at the end of the project, we will have test beds, we will have use cases, and we will open these test beds and use cases for future microelectronics oriented development or for future 6G developments. How are we organized? So the WP1 is mainly the specifications and the verification and validation. WP2 is the microelectronics work package. WP3 is mainly the ICs with power and cost efficiency ICs for 6G. WP4 is algorithms and software. And WP5 is building the test platform, the use cases. So everything is in this WP5 for the test beds and the use cases. We have also the project management and the dissemination exploitations and future scientific challenges. I am the coordinator. The administrative support is addressed by Amires. Scientific microelectronics coordination is done by myself, and the scientific SNS coordination is done by Mohand Ashush from Nokia. At the end, we will have Lego building blocks which will be used in the different use cases and which will be used in the different test beds and which will be able to be used in other 6G projects. So thank you for your attention. I have finished.